Hello there and welcome to Fairyland Cottage, and thanks very much for joining me here today. I'm going to share with you a very simple sauerkraut recipe. Now this is fermented food, and fermented food is really good for us because it's filled with loads of healthy bacteria which our gut needs to keep our body nice and healthy and strong. So I thought, what better time than now before we come into all the winter months. The thing with also sauerkraut is you can just add it to whatever your regular diet is, and it will just give you that extra boost for your immune system. Let's get right into the video. For this recipe, get yourself a head of red cabbage. Now it is really important that the cabbage is fresh. The fresher the better, and also organic, because you don't want anything sprayed with any pesticides, because then you're going to be eating all that. It soaks into the brine. Take the outer skin off, and we're going to use that later, so save that. And chop it up, take the stalk off, and I chop it into slices because I'm going to be putting it in to the food processor. Now if you don't have food processor, don't worry, just cut it as finely or grate it as finely as you can. The more finely the cabbage is grated, the easier it is to get the brine out. So pop it all into the food processor if you have one. It also saves a lot on time. And then pop everything into a bowl, and next we're going to add the salt. This is a really important part of fermentation. I use pink Himalayan salt. Scatter it on it, and then you'll need to mix all the salt into the cabbage by kind of massaging and kind of squeezing it. The salt helps all the brine come out, and it's a really important stage of the fermentation process. So I did this for about 10 minutes. Enjoy. Your arms will get loads of exercise and they will be a gorgeous purple color. But keep squeezing and massaging, and you'll get all this lovely brine coming out. So the thinner that the cabbage has been sliced, the easier it is to be able to squeeze all that brine out. I gave it a little stir, and then you're going to put it into a jar. It is important to make sure that everything is really clean, because you don't want to be adding any unwanted bacteria into the cabbage. What's really important is the brine comes above the level of the cabbage. So you can see here that it's not quite above it. There's still some cabbage there on the top over the brine. So if this is the same with you, get some freshly squeezed lemon juice and then just pour it on until it is over the level of the cabbage. Next, get the cabbage leaf from earlier, cut it to size so that it completely fits around the inside of the jar. And this is going to block all the cabbage and keep it under the brine. And then get a weight. I just had a crystal handy, and push it down. And you can see there that the brine is completely visible and there is no cabbage. It is all under the brine. And this is super, super important. I put a cloth over and an elastic band. And there you have it. It is really important to put it on a tray or a plate, because some of the brine can come out and it just saves on mess. So you're going to leave it in room temperature for a couple of weeks. Now this is it after 11 days. So the first few days, like day 3 and day 4, these are the really important days for fermentation, and you'll see all these little bubbles coming up and kind of like a fizz. And then after that, it keeps fermenting. You can ferment 6 weeks even. So what you do after this is day 11 is you can test it. It should smell nice, it should taste nice. And if you like the taste, then pop the lid on and into the fridge. And if not, then leave it for longer. There you have it. You can see how simple it actually is, and it is really beneficial for your gut. So thanks very much for watching. That is it for today, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, thumbs up, it really helps me a lot. And if you'd like to go over, say hi on Instagram as always, and share it with anyone you know. So I will hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, have a very wonderful week. Keep it simple. Bye.